About to put the EGR on there. I gotta remove that. Slide that to the side, remove that piece. I got a brand new piece. And it cost me $45 with the gaskets and everything. Bought it online. Yeah, pop these out. Remember the left light was out, remember? I got the light bulbs for that. Light bulbs cost me $8. I'm gonna replace those right there. Do it all yourself, Josh. Do it all yourself. Save myself good $400. First, you need an 8mm bolt. As you can see there. 8mm. Best to always have yourself a little socket set. Take these two out. And you see where it's at. It's right over top of the alternator, next to the belt. This is your EGR right here. See this where it's connected? That's your EGR. So when you get the code, replace your EGR, replace it yourself. This piece stays, and that piece comes on too. It's 8mm. So, taking these off. Say the old gasket, just get the one for it costs like $8 extra. Brand new EGR. Let me get the gaskets with it and brand new screws. Keep the screws just in case the screws don't fit, just to play on the safe side. You see me holding on to the screws. But other than that, get new screws, get new gasket, get another piece in there. Make sure before you start anything that the pieces actually match up. As you can see the piece, make sure it match up and they look the same. Get what I'm saying? Make sure they look the same, because you don't want to go through all that and then you can't do it. And this piece snaps from there, that goes there, put it back together and done. That'll be part 2. So this piece, all you do is snap that out. It comes out that way. And wiggle it and take it off. There's two more bolts that's under here. You gotta get to them. So probably best to have one of these so you can get in there, or have a long one of these, or just get in there somehow, some way. But you should be able to get in there. You should be able to get to it. Yeah, you can get to the top one, the bottom one, but to make it easier, if you want to get to it with this, loosen it up with this and then take it off with this. That's fine as well. There's 2 more. As you can see, that's 1 and that's 2. Those gotta come off too. And listen up, this is real important. This is always facing down. You want to have a rubber hammer or something you can move this out of the way. I took the top bolt of the ones that's on the side, here, took the top one off. So that way I was able to maneuver this one by hitting it. And now you see the bottom bolt is in the open. I can get to it. Other than that, I couldn't get to it. I was struggling. But now I can easily get to it with a ratchet and take it off. The screw light had to, gotta be flush. gotta have a strong backbone when you're doing this now. Gotta stretch your back. Don't overwork yourself. Stretch your back. Stretch your back every little 2 minutes or so. Get back in there. If you notice, like, you can't tighten one bolt up all the way because the other bolt is going to conflict with the metal. It's not going to be on there all the way. It's going to be flush. Yeah, everything be nice and tight. Because one thing disrupts the other. I'm on the bottom bolt now with the screwdriver part. And what I'm gonna do is to make it easier, I got some vice grips. I'm gonna keep that attached to it. I'm gonna keep the screwdriver attached to it, hold it, put the vice grips on here to make it tighter. It's probably an easier way to do it, but it's the only way I know how I use my brain. Like I said, fellow YouTubers, you might want to make sure you got your tools together.
Do not use the wrench to try to turn this thing. Stick with the actual wrench, but don't use no vice grips. It ain't going with it. That was my bad. I don't know how to edit this drawing out, so just deal with it for a minute. Fast forward. That's all you need to do. You'll be all right.
That's not the best way to do it. Tight as much as you can with the screwdriver and then get in there with that wrench and get it nice and good. The wrench is the way to go. This I promise you. Learn from your mistakes. Sorry. Tighten this one up. Tighten them up nice and tight. In there. These ones that I'm showing you that's underneath here, underneath the side ones that go into the engine, those were 10 millimeters. These ones are 8 millimeters, and the hose that runs up to the top of the engine is 8 millimeters. So remember what I said, you need a 10 millimeter, you need an 8 millimeter. Best to have one of these little screwdrivers to get into tight places. And I would suggest a rubber mallet you can get from the dollar store. It costs $1 plus tax. And I had this rubber mallet for over 3 years, and I had got my money 20 times worth out of it.
Now, obviously, I made a lot of mistakes. Using that screwdriver, it took too long, took all day, but you want to use your socket, you want to use your wrench as much as you can, as possible. Just wanted to chime in on that real fast.
All right. The rest is pretty much simple. Make sure you leave the top loose so you can maneuver your way with the, it goes in between. Put the gasket in, it's pretty much simple. Screw it in with your hand first. tight. That's all right. That's how we want it. Screw it with your hand. As much as possible. Make sure that gasket on there, though. Make sure that gasket on there. Nothing get out. This your EGR. I'm so glad I bought this socket set last year, I think. It's a little dumb stuff. Little cheap socket set. Good to have me. Get out in the sun. Get some vitamin D and be a man. I hate doing stuff, to be honest with you, but I'd rather pay somebody, but I ain't got the money right now. Yeah, we could do this, so even if I had the money, it's something fun to do. Stay active, you know, reset the mind, get away for a little minute. You know, I got kids, sometimes you just need a little peace, and there's peace in this, believe it or not. I got the little wind blowing, you know, I got a little peace. I'm gonna go in the house. I've got dinner cooking. Kids gonna jump on me as soon as I hit the crib. That's alright, that's what I love. Make sure it's nice and tight. Don't strip it though. Make sure it's nice and tight. But you don't want to strip it. That's what you don't want. And always hold your piece, because if you only got one 8mm, if I drop it down in there, that's a problem. That's on my and I gotta hook this piece up. Now, it didn't come with these screws, so I'm glad I saved the screws. So save the screws. Save 2 of the 8mm screws so you can, okay, it didn't give me all the screws. And also, if you wanted to, you can replace this too, but because you're already taking it off, so you might as well hit it all at one time, but I don't need to replace that. You know what I'm saying? There's ain't no holes in there, it's right. It ain't rusted out all crazy, so it's looking solid right now. Now they said it should reset itself when I put everything back together and let it run, and the engine light should come off. We'll see that later. 8mm go at the top as well, don't forget. Don't need a gasket. Remember, I left this loose. That's the last thing you want to do. So the first thing you want to do is the side ones.
Now, real fast, just remember, usually unplug your battery, you know what I mean, the negative or whatever. Or if that is worse, you want to just make sure that you for the engine light to, reset or whatever, if you got a car reader, then you could just reset it and then drive it around and make sure the engine light don't pop back on, and you should be set and ready to go. All right, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Have a nice day, and God bless.